Right after the break, it is JBL presents Karma Fight League 3, powered by Abans. And here we have the bout that's about to happen, bout number 4. Take it away, Revata. Alright, you know what? It's actually my turn. We got Fahad Zedan coming in. The boy from India, 20 years old, standing at 5'10", and he's, of course, his discipline is Muay Thai. The homeboy says he's hungry to push his limits, and he wants to get a knockout tonight as well.
You know, when I spoke to Fahad Zedan before the interview, he said Januka is a counter fighter. You know, he won't have answers to my. He said that Januka won't have answers to my combinations. I will constantly pressure him. I will put him to the corner, and I will get the TKO or KO victory. That he is 100% confidence coming into this bout. And you know, he has said he watched Januka fight before, and he said he is not a problem for me.
He is also an excellent competitor in boxing, Muay Thai, K1, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and MMA.
Coming to the ring now is Januka Ranaweera, the Hound. The first time I saw Januka, he was floating across the mats at the shed in Nugegoda, and I was like, who is this guy? Even though he was early on in his martial arts journey, he looked like a guy who had been doing this for a lifetime. And very soon we realized we had something very special on our hands. Januka doesn't just have a great work ethic, a mind for the game and technical ability. He has it, an unshakable mindset, a belief in himself like no other, and a stone-cold demeanor that he will bring into the ring today. He represents an upgrade for Sri Lankan martial arts. The next gen, what we have in this moment right now. A great striker and an accomplished fighter in all forms of mixed martial arts combat as well, and he's bringing what he can into the striking ring today. He is here.
Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, Muay Thai, anything, man. This guy is an all-round fighter, and right now he is one of the best kickboxers in Sri Lanka based on his past performances. You know, he is very smart in his ring IQ. You know, Revata, you've sparred with him multiple times. What kind of a fighter? You know, I can go on and on about Januka's accolades, but what do you see in Januka that is different from most fighters?
No wasted movement, complete technical ability, does techniques that work, is very well thought out, and one thing that separates Januka from most people is that he is much better in the ring than he is in training. He says he's best for when it matters, and he is here.
You know, his last fight against Nilshan, it was one hell of a fight. It was one of the most technical fights I've ever seen in kickboxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout of the evening, once again, it is India versus Sri Lanka. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai fighter standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 65 kg, representing Team India. Make some noise for Fahad Zedan! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai fighter standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 65 kilos, fighting for Team Sri Lanka! Make some noise for Januka, the Hound, Ranaweera! And when the battle begins, your referee for the bout, Mr. Vasanta Senaratna. Let's go to war!
Bout number 4 is in the light welterweight division. Fighter from India, standing tall at 5 feet 10 inches and weighing in at 65 kilograms. And Januka, the fighter from Sri Lanka, standing tall at 5 feet 9 inches and weighing in at 65 kilograms. Zedan is 100% confident, you know. He said, and the face-off is very intense yesterday. It was crazy at Fairway, Colombo.
He actually was walking into this whole thing very confidently. This afternoon as well. I was like, how are you feeling? Like a winner. You know, you're going to love that. You're going to love that attitude because it basically means that they're here for business, right?
Ooh.
I'm a professional athlete. I'm a professional fighter. I'm here to do the right thing. I'm here to win. That's about it. Januka, on the other hand, is a little bit more humble. But I'll tell you what, that ring, that bell basically puts everything away. Januka will release the Hound.
Straight away, you see that this is going to be a technical fight. Both fighters sizing each other up from the outside.
They're not rushing into it, unlike the first few fights.
Januka looks in a nice rhythm. Fahad likewise.
An outside leg kick by Zedan. A kick to the body by Zedan. Lands clean there. And Januka charges in with straight 1-2s.
You'd have seen in the fight that he had with Dilshan as well. Januka likes leading with his hands.
Referee Vasant Senaratnam breaking off the clinch. An outside leg kick didn't land properly.
Januka establishing a little bit of control here in the center. Fahad said he would be putting the pressure on him straight away, but Januka seems to have established the control of the center first.
And that's a very important factor too. You know, it affects a fighter mentally. And Fahad,
Nice little combination there, even though a lot of them did not get through the guard.
a kick to the body by Januka.
How do you think Januka would approach this? Like, okay, now they're trying to still size up each other, trying to still figure each other out, right? What do you think Januka should be doing right now?
I mean, Januka is, in the first round, I believe he is getting to know his opponent.
Exactly, making reads, trying to figure out the pattern. He hasn't seen much of Fahad in the past before. Just seeing where he tilts his head, where he drops his guard, where he telegraphs his strikes.
For sure. Januka seems to be using that teep kick a lot. And Fahad counters with a left hook, but it was blocked by Januka if I'm not mistaken.
I like Fahad's approach though.
A kick to the body by Fahad, and those must hurt.
There you go.
Fahad charges in with a straight 1-2s and gets into the clinch, and referee breaks off the clinch.
So far it's been a lesser paced round compared to the other fights that we've been seeing.
I think Januka is being quite passive early on here. In order to win this round, he needs to get off a little bit of action towards the latter end.
Like that?
Exactly.
I think he heard you. Something tells me that. He's like, okay, let me do that. A few questions for the referee. The referee says go.
Ooh, straight 1-2s landed
Beautiful.
clean by Januka.
Hi
Those are
guys,
the
taking a bit of a sidestep from this, from the previous fight that happened between Clarence.
Yeah.
I checked with the referees and asked them why they stopped the game. Turns out it was a medical stoppage.
I see.
The first 2 rounds were clearly won, and it was just not in Clarence's.
It was a smart move by the officials.
Yeah, so they were like, it just doesn't make sense.
Januka charges in with that Superman punch, and Fahad answers his
That's
his
the end of
own.
the first round.
Yeah, a tough round to score again.
For sure.
Both fighters had their successes. And I think Januka landed a right hand at the end, which caused Fahad a little bit of trouble. Maybe it's tough to know how a referee judges, how a judge judges
Would look at
this
this.
round. But yeah, it's a tough one. Maybe it could have gone either way, hoping that one of the fighters establishes dominance in the second and the third.
We can't count out Januka's last victory against Dilshan. Januka is a very smart fighter, and okay, look at the way these two guys are breathing. Fahad he doesn't seem that tired, and Januka, he seems to be not tired as well. That was a very good round by both these guys.
Speaking on Januka's gas tank, he works really hard. He has great conditioning, and I don't think these 3-minute rounds are going to be an issue for him, but let's see how the pace is pushed in these coming rounds.
It all depends on how Zedan counters, and will he do what he said in the pre-fight interview? Will he pressure Januka in this round?
Now they've gotten to know each other. Here's where the fight's going to get interesting.
Zedan starts off the round with a teep kick and a couple of kicks to the leg there.
Januka a lot more active at the start of the second round. Maybe that was some advice coming from the corner as well.
I think it's a bit obvious that Zedan's giving away his tactic. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go for the kicks.
Oh, I believe that was a kick to the groin.
Immediate apology.
The referee will give Januka some time to recover.
I could see hopping at the corner as well over there, cheering for his teammate. A lot's gonna be discussed, and from the tournament's point of view, India needs a win.
For sure. Oh,
Fahad comes out forward, very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Januka.
Januka reaching a little bit there for that right hand.
Apologizing to his opponent. Oh,
Nice leg kick there.
and a Superman punch.
Fahad counters well though, gets rid of the pressure that Januka is
And-
putting on him.
Januka caught. Fahad caught Januka in trouble there, if I'm not mistaken. But Januka very cleverly evaded those punches and backed off. But yet, that was a good encounter by Fahad. Oh! He caught him clean with that left hand and a kick to the body there by Fahad.
Fahad seems to be catching Januka when he comes in, but Januka is catching Fahad at the beginning of these combinations.
Man, you gotta expect Zedan though to come here and do what he does on foreign soil, in a room full of audience that is against him. You gotta
No,
give
it's not an audience that's against him. It's more an audience that's for Sri Lanka.
for sure.
I'm being nice here. But what do you do, right? Meanwhile, on the other hand, we got India taking on Sri Lanka as well
in
in
cricket.
That's
the
a catch
T20 match.
in this release.
That is happening while this match is happening. Ooh, a head kick by Januka, and Fahad counters again.
Yeah, Januka caught twice now in the groin.
Now, I'd like to talk about the importance of this whole thing. Having the Indian fighters here at KFL.
Yeah, man,
Right.
I haven't seen that been done ever in K1.
It hasn't been done, and it's also a direct result of our participation of the King of Kings earlier on. Right, this is only opening doors for bigger, better opportunities, and we're going to be thankful for the participants as well for recognizing Sri Lanka as a destination for these kind of events.
Honestly, man.
Right, it's also important to thank our sponsors, especially Abans, JBL, and ASG for coming on board.
All right, the fight continues.
Januka moving side to side, trying not to let Fahad get a read of him.
Fahad charges in with a 1-2, and he caught Januka there, if I'm not mistaken. And Januka also countered with a right hand. An outside leg kick by Fahad, and a straight right hand lands clean for Januka.
Fahad having success with the pressure right now. Januka finding it a little bit difficult to deal with, catches him with the right hand there.
Nice Superman punch there by Januka. A kick to the body by Fahad.
I think Fahad is now feeling his groove in here.
Yeah, he has now gotten to hang of it. Oh,
Wow,
a nice right hand by Januka. Oh, a kick to the groin.
that was unintentional. Nonetheless painful.
Very painful.
Both fighters trading groin kicks this round.
Terrible.
Yeah, you hate it when that happens in matches, in fights like this,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luckily, he's
obviously.
ready to go. Fahad seems like he's fine.
Januka taking center ring. Oh, in the end of the second round.
That was a tight one. It was a hard to call one.
It's very hard to call. Revata?
Yeah, in that round, I would say Fahad did have a lot of success with the pressure, and Januka did find it difficult to cover up when he got in close. All to play for in the third round. Don't know how the judges saw the first in particular, but it seemed like the second might have gone to Fahad. Shreyam,
I
what do you
feel
think?
so too. I feel so too.
Fahad definitely had his moments there, especially with that teep kick that he had. That he landed a couple of those teep kicks and those outside low leg kicks. That must have hurt Januka a lot. That's a lot of medicine, and you have to take care of that leg tomorrow, Januka. But kudos to the Indian fighter. And it all boils down to this round, guys. It's very tough to call.
Seconds out.
I have to appreciate, compared to the first event, the technical ability of fighters, the technicality of fights has improved significantly.
I mean,
Massively.
the level we're seeing today, this is a true reflection of the sport.
Absolutely. And also the commitment shown, okay? Also, we need to give a shout out to our referees and the medical panel over here. They've been doing a fantastic job. I see Sivan Daniels over there at the same time.
That's very true, Shivan.
We got some really interesting people in our crowd. We got Shivan, we got Lahiri Mudalige, TM Dilshan.
A lot of celebrities. Woo! A
Januka
crazy
catches
pace.
him with a strong right hand, and
I thought there was a groin shot, but thank God it was not.
It looks like both fighters are going to leave everything in there this round.
This is insane, guys.
Fahad doing a great job of moving offline there as Januka entered.
I believe Januka notified the referee of a shot to the back of the head, but the fight continues nevertheless. Ooh, a straight
Big right hand, and that seemed to stumble Fahad, but he returns. Back and forth action here.
A kick to the head by Januka.
Januka backs Fahad up. He has to take advantage of the situation.
I like what he did there.
And the Fahad, I think he notified the referee of a groin shot, if I'm not mistaken.
For the first time in the fight, I saw the Hound. He actually backed him to a corner and did exactly what a Hound would do.
This is exact opposite what he did against Dilshan in the last fight.
Yeah, not fighting as a counter fighter this time, bringing it forward.
Exactly. You said it best, Revata. A nice right hand by Fahad in the clinch there.
Wow, this is a very close fight.
It's very hard to call. But it's interesting that Januka is the one always pressuring Fahad at this point of the round.
No, the thing is, Fahad is playing up to a passive role. He wants to lure him in. It's like, okay, you come on the attack and I'll take advantage of it.
For sure. I mean,
he's looking for a loose end.
Both.
Ooh,
straight 1-2s by Januka.
That stumble Fahad a bit, but he keeps coming.
Got to appreciate the durability of Fahad. Ooh, an outside leg kick by Fahad that landed clean for Januka. On Januka.
We also got to mention both athletes, they are, in terms of the fitness, they are on a proper level.
For sure.
Absolutely. This is what professional sports is about.
Absolutely. And you could see that they're not tired, they're not worn out. They got plenty to go in the tank, and they're just sparring each other.
Wow, these are heavy shots both these guys are exchanging.
Let's leave an impression on the judges, guys. Leave it all in there.
Last few seconds.
This is going down to the absolute wire. I feel.
Wow, excellent fight. Excellent fight. Credit to both gentlemen.
It looks to me like this one has gone with Fahad.
Well,
I might be wrong.
It's tough to make that judgment, yes. I would give this round to Januka, the second to Fahad. The first?
Yeah, that was a difficult one.
The first was a very difficult one.
I'm not talking about the round. I'm talking in overall sense. I feel Fahad has the what do you call it? The upper hand.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, the first round, guys, I don't know. It could have gone to either one of them.
Yeah.
They both have their moments. It was a very close round. And it all depends on that first round, Revata. If you take a look at if you want to see who won this fight.
Technical fights like these, back and forth matches, they're the toughest to judge. And it's part of the sport that you leave it in the hands of the judges sometimes and hope for the best.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what I do at church. Just go pray, leave it in the hands of God, and hope for the best.
Such is the sport we live in.
Absolutely.
Man, I like the fact that these guys have their flags up, man.
The way I see it, the decider in this one is going to be the first round because neither of us could have called it.
Absolutely.
I think we called the second and third rounds perfectly in the sense of who had the advantage.
Okay, guys, the truth is, Fahad said that he was going to, have Januka up against the ropes, but in most instances, I feel like Januka was the one who did that.
Yeah,
and Januka's game plan coming into this bout was totally different compared to his first fight against
Ladies and
Dilshan.
gentlemen,
All right, here we go.
after 3 close rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All judges have scored this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, representing Team Sri Lanka, Januka HOUND Ranaweera!
Sicker than your average. Pop a twist, cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't think shit stink, pink gators. My Detroit players, Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right, if the head right, Biggie there, and night. Papa been.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our second runner-up is Fahad Zedan, receiving a check of 40,000 rupees. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your runner-up, please. And now, the winner of bout number 4, representing Sri Lanka, Januka the Hound Ranaweera, receives 75,000 rupees from the KFL. Congratulations to our winner, Januka. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for your winner, Januka the Hound Ranaweera. How important was it for you to win this match?
It was very important because I'm representing Sri Lanka. There's 5 international fights. Now we are 2-0. Yeah.
Congratulations once again for Januka the Hound Ranaweera.
Under rules, never lose.